Okay, so welcome everyone to this interactive webinar. I have personally invited Puja Biswas to be part of this small interaction because I thought everyone should get benefited with the way she prepared for the examination. And the reason of inviting her is that she's the only student in the recent examination of patent agent exam that received the top scores in paper 2, which is 99 out of 100. And I think there is one more student who received 91 and rest is below that number. So I thought maybe it's a good idea that she comes forward and shares with all of you the strategies that she implemented. Of course, she has been one of my students of the recent batch that we concluded very recently on 30th April for the exam which took place in May. And I requested her that she must come forward. She was a bit hesitant and reluctant, but I thought, no, let the world know about how her preparation strategies have been and let others also get 90 marks above in paper 2. So here we have with us Puja. Hi, Puja. Welcome.
Hello, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you a lot. Am I audible?
Yes, very much. You are audible.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you for your hello.
I can hear you. Now you are on mute. Yes.
Unmute. Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for all your guidance. Because of your help and support and guidance, I could clear this exam. And congratulations to you, because I know many of your students this year has scored really good marks in paper 1 and paper 2.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's absolutely a great moment for a teacher when her students are successful. And especially for 2023, the exam has not been easy. We all know it was by far the most toughest exam. And in the toughest exam, having scored 99 it's a miracle, I would say. Of course, the miracle you've led to this miracle because of your hard work, no doubt about it. So congratulations to you for having done all that labor. So Pooja, this interaction, like when I invited you, this primarily to help others know exactly the strategies that you implemented while you were preparing for various mock tests in our class, and then how you scored so well. I remember, and let me share this with everyone. When I took first mock test, uh, I was reviewing everybody's paper, and sometimes when I was reviewing it, it was variety of answers in variety of formats. And then when I checked it for Puja, your paper, I didn't feel suffocated at all because it was such a beautiful, clean writing, short, crisp answers. And then I circulated her assessed paper in our WhatsApp group of all the students. And I told all of them to follow what she has followed, because I think you followed everything that was told to you. So now over to you, Puja. Do let everybody know how best to respond to the questions of paper 2.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. And to be honest, your videos helped me a lot. Your interactive classes videos helped me a lot to answer those questions. And that paper 2 strategy video especially helped me to answer and complete the paper on time. And to answer paper 2 questions, I would suggest few points to follow, like that I have followed actually. Like I started with summarizing the problem statement. I have not written much. I tried to complete my answers in one page. I'm talking about part A and part B answers. always I started my answers summarizing the problem statement in maybe 1 or 2 lines. Then in next para, I describe the answer. In next phase, I try to make a flow chart. Then in flow chart, um, mm, I mentioned all these sections, subsections, rules, or fees wherever possible, and then a concluding para, and use bullets to highlight the answer or the points, important points. These are the
Yeah.
points I try to follow.
Right. Yeah, I think you also mentioned to me you had 8 minutes still left for paper 2 and you
Yes,
were
and for paper 2, I still had 5 to 7 minutes left, and I did revision of those
which
whatever
is a
I.
good news. Yeah, because paper 2 is such that you are hardly left with any time and people are struggling to complete their answers because it's such a big parent specification that one has to complete with the clean drafts.
Yes. Mm, yes.
Right.
Yeah, and
And
regarding flowcharts, I would suggest that these are the points that will make these answer sheet different and will
yeah,
help to fetch good marks. And the advantage of preparing flowcharts is while during preparation, it will help in preparation, and while writing, it will help us to get good marks.
right. You're absolutely right. Because I remember in the mock test, there were some students who led up to completing one question in 2.5 pages. And I said, I don't want your thesis. I mean, it has to be super sharp and crisp. Because imagine the status of an examiner who's checking paper of so many of
Yes.
you.
Yes, I
And if
remember
he,
your words. Exactly.
if he,
Yes, yes, you told this during our classes. And uh, I remember this sentence you told.
right,
Exactly.
you have to
Yes,
put your foot in the shoes of the examiner. How would he want to read your paper? How much clean it should be? How much clear it should be in terms of your articulation? I think that's the right point that you picked up and you implemented, and I'm really happy that this testifies that the strategies that were spoken in that YouTube video, which was made free for everybody, and I would I would have already put the in the description that YouTube link. I think everyone who is watching this interaction must see it. I think your marks 99 out of 100 proves that that strategy is worked, right? And anything else that you want to mention about your preparation time? How much time did you spend every day in these 4 months of time of rigorous preparation?
I started I started preparing from March 1st, I think. So, and hardly I could give 1 hour or 1.5 hour each day. And I think that's good enough.
Yeah,
And yeah, with the
it-
with
yeah.
a bit of practice, and I think
Yeah,
that will
it is
work.
good enough for people who are already practicing or who are practicing the patent profession. Like if I understand it well from you, you're already in one of the firms and you're drafting and yeah, that you are handling
Yes,
office action. So it is, I'm sure it is much easy for you to follow certain things. But for naive who have absolutely no understanding of Patents Act would
yes.
have to
Then
give a lot more time.
yes, in that case, and we don't have much time, more than 1 hour a day. So it
Yeah,
will be
especially for
difficult
working
for us,
professionals.
for working professionals. And your weekend classes helped us a lot. Interactive classes, mock test helped us a lot, I would say. For me, it worked really nice, I would
But
say.
I'm happy that you could follow all the strategies that were mentioned. I think, Pooja, this has been very interactive. I know that what you just in a summary to let everybody know that your answers were very crisp. These were not thesis long. Um, these ran into few words, but a lot more flow charts along with, I think, the reflection of sections and forms. Please, one more thing I wanted to ask you, what was your color pen? Did you use any other color to highlight certain things in your
No,
answer sheet?
nothing, only blue color.
Even the
No
flow
highlight,
charts?
nothing. Even flowcharts, always only blue colored pen.
Okay. Were you allowed in the exam paper to bring any other color just to mark or highlight any of it?
Actually, I don't have any idea because I have not tried it.
Okay. Yeah, right. So, Pooja, I think we've come to the conclusion of our interaction. And with this, I would definitely like to show everybody your assessed mock test, the mock test that you gave for the very first time, which I assessed fully. And then after that, there were a couple of more mock tests also, which unfortunately we don't have a PDF right now to share. But allow me to share it with everybody how you appeared in the mock test, and I'm sure the final test or the exam was a clear reflection in that sense. Mm, 1 second, I'm just uploading it. Okay, and there you go. 1 second, let me just know if you are able to see the screen as well. Does it show up for you?
Yes.
Okay, so this was the mock test that I took for the very first time for the batch. And this is how Puja wrote. I'm sure, Puja, you must be blushing to see your answer sheet. It was one that I circulated to everyone in the class. And see how beautiful her writing is, so clear in words. And this was for the first answer, first question that she started writing with a little bit briefing of the question itself, so that examiner doesn't have to go back to the question paper and see what's written. So here is the example of question number 2, where she wrote in very brief about the problem statement, followed by the flowchart. Is this the flowchart that you are, I'm sure, Pooja, you were referring to? How to define a flowchart in the answer sheet in the final paper. And then these were my comments just to make sure that she keeps receiving better and better marks. And then let us go a little bit deeper. And this is how she used to bullet it out, like B, C, A, and then in very clear words. And few more pages. Let us go down there for question number 4. This was one of the mock tests, and then almost, I think, 1/4 of the page she wrote for a 5-mark question, where I told her to write a little bit more and few more points I wanted her to add. But very clear writing. I was so happy to see her answer sheet. And of course, in red, these are all my comments. But for part B, and I've been definitely, Pooja, I must tell you, in the first mock test, I gave everybody very strict marking, because I didn't want you people to be in the air and say, oh, we received so good and we don't have to do all that labor. So I wanted to make sure that you prepare very well. And these are my comments. Then further on, I think this was for question 6. Let me just rotate the sheet so that, okay, so this was not that great an answer, but I think, Pooja, you got to know how to draft it even better or write an answer even better, that you could secure such marks in the final paper. So anyway, don't go by the marks, just go by the format and the writing in which she has been, writing her answers. So clear, well defined. And this was part C. And part C is the critical one. C1 and C2 both are most critical sections of paper 2, wherein it's for 50 marks. So half of the marks come from part C itself. How beautifully she wrote in bullets the title, the abstract, followed by, I don't think I had anything that I could cut down. Just look at her beautiful writing and clarity of thoughts. And then I did mention how to close the answer sheet with answer with your signatures, because there was a particular way in which you sign. This was her detailed description of the patent specification drafting. Can you guys see that she did not cut out even once? There is no cutting anywhere. So that also, provides a clarity to the examiner that the candidate is fairly, the candidate has fully well understood the question, right? So this was about her paper. Let me just stop sharing now. But yes, back to you. I hope that we've done justice by showing your paper to everybody, because my intention, Puja, is always to share our experience, whatever we've learned, and share it further for the benefit of wider audience. Anything that you want to say, and then after that we close it.
Thank you for helping me and guiding me throughout the journey. And and if I have done any mistake for this during this interview, it's completely new experience for me. So forgive
Absolutely.
me, and to all the audience who are listening to me, same for them also. And anyone need any help for the PA regarding if they have any queries, anything, they can approach me. I would be happy,
Yes,
more than happy to help them.
absolutely. Thank you so much, Puja, for coming forward. And I know it was first time for you, but I'm sure that the audience would have benefited immensely with your courage. Okay. Thank
Thank you,
you.
ma'am.
Bye, everyone.